Now, if all goes according to plan, I'm in class now, uploading this, and it'll appear in your sub boxes also shortly. Yay! I know, right? I'm doing this during class. It's kind of funny. At least probably. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, guys. But what's up, everybody? This is JRtheJuggernaut, and I'm back. Yes, I've been gone for the past week, getting some personal stuff done, mostly academic work. It's been a very rough week for me. I'll be quite honest with you guys, but I won't be I won't get into too much detail on that because I'm not here to talk about my personal life. I'm here to upload a battle. But yeah, this is just an OU match I had on the PO server. You'll notice it's OU on that server just because of the fact that some of the pokes I'm using are UU on Smogon, so keep that in mind. I want to say this team is kind of creative, not so hoary, but at the same time, I made the mistake of putting Porygon 2 and Ferrothorn on this team when they don't need to be there. Quite frankly, I could have used almost any other wall and it would have pretty much had the same result. At least any wall with the same typing, because I put these walls in because of their typing, but they're by no means necessities. So, okay. And before anyone whines about me using OU, first off, this was a good OU match. OU can be fun at times, and I mainly got this battle because I wasn't looking for OU. I just competed in a little tournament, and one of those tournaments where you sign up, it's a quick single elimination kind of thing on the server. Yeah, that kind of thing. I did that. It was a good match. I proceeded to lose in the following round because of my own stupidity, but I was really on my game. I think my opponent was too. It was a good match. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Alright, so I'm going to be leading off with my Metagross, as he's going to be leading off with his Staraptor, as I expected him to lead with that or his Jirachi. He's going to go for the U-turn and switch into Jirachi. I'm going to set up my agility, because yes, this is an Agiligros. I really like this thing. It just has a lot of power, and also, agility makes it outspeed almost everything. So I go for the Earthquake. It's going to force him to use his eject button, which is going to force him back into Starmie, which is great, because now I get a free hit on his Starmie, and it's going to do about 70%, but he is going to be able to finish me off with the Surf, which sucks. So, yeah, I go down. However, I'm figuring he's choice by the lack of leftovers or life orbs, so I go into my Gyarados here and set up a free Dragon Dance. And Gyarados with Dragon Dance, holy crap. So, yeah, I go for the Waterfall, finish off his Jirachi, which he switched in for fodder, and I get the Moxie boost. Now, he goes into Starmie again. I don't want to take a chance in case he's Scarfed. I figure he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. Anyway, so I'm going to switch in my Ferrothorn just to wall that. And yeah, it's going to work out very nicely. Now, he's going to go back into Staraptor. I go for the Thunder Wave, knowing he's going to switch, and also knowing that, I want to cripple something on his team. I go for the Thunder Wave. That's really going to help, but it's also going to, I also know the Staraptor is powerful, and I figure best thing I can do is switch in a Porygon 2. I don't know why though, because if he had gone for the close combat, this would have been a wasted switch. Oh no, I know why, because I traced the Intimidate, and I figured even if he goes for a close combat, it's not going to do too much to me. So yeah, I switch into Porygon 2, figuring he's going to switch, he might stay in. I decided to go for the Ice Beam. I should have gone for the Charge Beam though, predicting the switch into Starmie, but Ice Beam is going to be an easy 2-hit KO, though, which is nice. However, I decide I don't want to be left with such little HP, so he goes for the Ice Beam, and I go for the Recover, just because I know he can't do much to me, and I know he's not going to switch out, because then he's going to let me set up. But yeah, now he goes for the Ice Beam again. I finish him off with the Charge Beam, and I also get the Special Attack boost because of it, which isn't going to come into play here, but it's always nice. Now it goes for an Infernape. I decide to leave Porygon 2 in sort of as fodder, and I want to see what kind of ape this is. I immediately realized it's Choice Banded just because even a close combat, I didn't think it would take it out. Now we're going to Chandelure. I know that I completely wall him, so I'm just decided to go for something. I should have predicted switching to Staraptor though, and I shouldn't have gone for the Shadow Ball, but I was put in a tough spot there. And I am Scarf, so I'm going to be forced to switch out into Ferrothorn as he goes for Brave Bird, which is going to do a ton of damage to me. And I thought for some reason I'd be faster than him with, with the paralysis. I shouldn't have assumed that because Ferrothorn is dirt slow. But I know my Machamp can at least outspeed it, so I try to see if I can get some Para Hacks on it and go for the substitute. This is one of those situations where I wish I carried Bullet Punch just because I could have Bullet Punched him. And just, actually, no. Well, yeah. No, actually, that wouldn't have mattered. I just was hoping to get some Para Hacks here. Does not happen, unfortunately, so I'm pretty much just forced to take him out with a... Oh, no, he takes himself out with Recoil, that's it. So now it goes into Azelf. I know my Machamp's useless. I'm just going to leave it in this spot, or pretty straightforward. Not seeing any Recoil. I'm assuming, once again, that this is a choice poke of his, which is really weird, because I think he's got, like, 3. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, knowing I could pretty much sweep the rest of his team with Shadow Ball since it hits them all well. He tries to go for the Mach Punch. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he had no other move he could really go for, but... Oh, well. Now we're going to go to Haxorus, and this is basically the game-breaking moment of the match. Because I know Shadow Ball will be an easy 2-hit KO, but I don't know if I can live in Outrage, and I live with about 7%, which is awesome, because now I'm going to be able to finish him off with the Shadow Ball. All he's got left is an Azelf. I'm pretty sure this thing is not Scarfed at this point, and I know a Shadow Ball will easily take him out, and it does, and I am able to outspeed him, so yeah. That is a great game. Mercurial. Oh, right, I forgot to mention this person's name. Yeah. Great match. A lot of fun with this. Wasn't the longest match, but it was close, a lot of switching back and forth, really, like, just, man, it was very, like, interesting the whole time. I'm a big fan of this team, so I was definitely, glad to see it have some success. Okay, before I continue with just a few things I want to talk about quickly, or just one thing. In terms of more tournament battles, I did have a tournament battle for the, for the Champions League last week, but I unfortunately forgot to save it, so I don't have any of the battle upload, which is a real shame because it was actually a great match. I did get a crit that did sort of give me the win. That I could have won without it, but it was like definitely important. But it was still a great match, and I would have loved to upload it. Unfortunately, I again did not save it, which kind of sucks. But I do have a bunch of matches going on this week. I have another Champions League match happening. I have a match for Jedi Mono 8895, aka AJ's RU tournament, which I'm going to get done quickly, or hopefully quickly. And then there's also a few other tournaments that are happening on PO that I'm looking to get battles for. There's the 3rd Gen NU tournament. There's the NU Across the Ages tournament where it's best out of 3. All 3 games are NU. Got to get that. And there's also the Middle Cup tournament, which is all semi-evolved pokes or unevolved pokes. Just pokes that just can still evolve one further stage. They can be used, but no Eviolite and stuff. And they're all at level 50. So yeah, that definitely changed things a bit. Now, I think that's basically it. There might be others, but I'm trying to get all this done ASAP. It's a lot, but I know I can do it, especially since I don't have to get everything done within this coming week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to do my best to upload this immediately, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll even post another battle today, later today, if not tomorrow. So peace out, guys.